out, and
Right.
I bet I'll actually look like an old man, like I hunch over, my back pops out, and it takes probably about 3 or 4 weeks to go back to normal, getting physio and stuff.
Wow.
So just due to my condition now that I'm in, I haven't had that happen for years. So.
Right. Your last fight was such a tough fight. Actually, funny thing, it popped into my mind this morning when I was having a run.
Yeah.
Your fight popped into my mind this morning because I remember Gav and Top coming in after your fight.
Yeah.
And same with me, I had nothing left. I didn't win the fight, but I felt happy. Like I just didn't have anything left. That's it. That was it. And your fight was unbelievably tough, dude. It was like by the way, I haven't seen those videos of that fight. So
I haven't watched my own either.
No, I don't even have a copy.
Yeah.
But I'm also almost, I don't want to see it, but I really do. I hope I see it in 10 years or something.
Yeah.
But that was a really 5 rounds.
That was
a really hard fight. How do you feel about it now? I remember out the back you were quite. You were just like, I can't, you really wanted to win it. You really wanted.
I done it the first time, and that time was the second time, and I really trained hard for that. Like, it was more about, I wanted to win that one, where the first one was more just doing it and, going through the challenge itself. But, look, I was devastated, to be honest, because, my son was there, family was there, everyone was there, and I wanted to win. More so now, I look back and I was like, I actually got more out of that from the loss than actual winning it.
Yeah.
I'm looking back, but I still would have preferred to actually won. I actually felt like I won anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so you did
back, but yeah.
But I'm the same.
Man, it was tough.
Well, imagine your life if you did win it.
Yeah.
What?
I would have been 1-1, like 1 victory, 1 loss. But
right.
but yeah, I learned a lot from the loss. So I wanted a rematch.
Right.
But he doesn't want to fight again. So.
Uh-huh.
But I got rocked in that 4th round.
Did you?
So that 4th round for me, like I gave him pretty much nearly a standing 8 count, and the first ref stopped it, and then he got back to him. He even said that if I hit him again, he would have been down in the 1st round. So, but in the 4th, he got me. Like, I felt my legs buckle. No one really seen it, because then they didn't know. So no one seen it, or did they know? But he rocked me like that. And for me, that just even getting through that and the next round was a hard thing. Like, one of my eyes was twitching, and I was like, what's going on? And I haven't been rocked like that for a long time.
Right. And explain it to people, because I've got my own version of it's like all space and time stops.
It does, and it's like everything around you is a blur except what you see in front of you. And it is like that, like what you see in the movie in that aspect. But it's like no matter how hard you train prior, it just wasn't enough, and you gassed out. You give everything. But when I caught that hit and I was in the corner and he was pounding on me, I could have easily just went down because I was gone.
Right.
Like, and then it's funny because my son was next to Kev, and I had like that Rocky moment where you look at your son and he's like all worried, and I was like, no, I'm not going down. And I just got up and grabbed him.
Yeah.
And then within about 15 seconds of the end of the round, Rob, my cornerman, he knew I was in trouble. Like, and he goes like, do you want me to put in the towel? You want aid? I was like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, this is it. Just go for it. So.
Yeah.
And then I got through that round, and mate,
we should watch that fight together.
Yeah,
we should.
It was tough.
I'd like to actually watch it with someone like you. Come to think of it, because I remember we shared this some sort of moment after the fight, and I particularly remember you saying like you really wanted to win that fight. You were the main event, and so for me it was a little different. I felt like I was just the monkey from the gym fighting the guy who's doing his thing, to be honest. No, but I don't mean any disrespect, but you were really focused.
Yeah. And I had trained hard for it too. So.
Oh yeah, man.
So that was
Do you go over your I always think, oh man, if I really got gassed out. Yeah. And I blame myself actually, because I don't think I trained a lot in the last couple of weeks. I felt like I wanted to rest a little. Yeah. I don't know why.
But no, I think looking back and thinking back, like I train with another pad guy now, and just someone totally different, just different. And he's 56, but man, he can go. But I should have just had a different strategy, because he was I'm 40. What 40? I'm 44 now.
Yep.
And the guy I was fighting was only 23. So I was 43 and he was 23.
Right.
So 20 years difference. So he was obviously, he just had to wake up and he was fitter.
Yeah.
So
that was my guy too, I think he was 24.
Yeah, it's like, so, you know, it's just different in the fact is they just can be fit. I have to train to be fit now.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Imagine this. Okay, imagine this. We need a pat on the back because remember when you were 23?
Yeah.
When you look at someone who was 43 or 44?
Yeah.
They were old.
Yeah, they were old.
Can you, if you were to say that guy is fighting a 23-year-old guy, you know, either he's exceptionally good and skilled old bloke fighting this young, you know what I mean? Like, where's the matchup here?
Yeah.
You know, I remember my mate putting it into my mind like, geez, dude, you know, you must be very fit, you know, because we were both fighting fit blokes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I should have just had a different strategy. So I'm very good at like distance and range and stuff like that, but I was obviously going to get tired even on the night. So
which surprised me though.
Yeah,
you know?
And it surprised me too because I trained hard.
You were there all the time.
Yeah. So
how could that be? You know what I'm saying? How could that be? You could do a solid hour at the gym, giving it everything all the time, and then just in your little, you know, what is it, 15 minutes for you in front of everyone? I remember my arms just going dead. Like, no. Like,
and my legs are like jelly, and it's like, man, that doesn't happen in the gym.
Yeah, it must be all mental. I know that if I go jump in the surf or if you do something, surf's a wrong example of me. Do something that you've never done before that everyone else does.
Yeah.
You get tired really quickly.
Yeah.
Like when you first started going to the gym, but your mind is kind of overstressing you.
Yeah, and like now I can do 10 rounds with the new guys that come through easy. Like I know how to, but now it's different. So but the night is so different.
Would you fight again?
Well, that's what I was talking about. The guy I've been training with, Tyrone, and he's like 56. He's like, man, you should fight again. Like you just need to. You can see it. Like, and so and that was only yesterday, and I've been just pondering on that since yesterday. So. But he's wanting me more to have an amateur, like a proper out there with someone that I don't know. And
wow, well, I got offered Dave Turner, who was on here just last week.
Yeah,
he's putting it on. He's taking 10 guys to fight Akira, a Masters fight.
Yeah,
and a lot of them are 40.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and he offered it to me.
And you're going to do it?
No, I'm not.
No more.
I think nah. Have you ever seen the screws in my face? Have you ever seen that picture?
You sent me a picture of it.
Yeah, right. Well, not that it didn't affect. I don't know. Maybe it's my excuse.
Yeah.
I really like the idea. Look, I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Fight again, and this sort of like your mind takes off. Like, you know, you just want to be involved in something, eh?
Yeah, I do enjoy it. Like I do. I've been training a little bit with Les, Lock and Load.
Right.
Sherrington. So he's training a group of guys to have a fight. And Noah's been training with him because Noah's wanting to get more involved.
Right.
And he's good with kids, training kids. But I don't know. It's the next step. But being 44 and stuff, where people are like, oh, what do you want to do that for? It's like, well, I like being out of my comfort zone. So that's primarily.
And hey, do you look through your own eyeballs and think you're still 24? I do.
Yeah, I do. You do.
I don't feel sore or...
Like, what are you doing that for? No, I get sore. Like, I get sore, but, man, I still feel like I'm, in my 20s.
Yep,
so.
yep. I always look at old Frank, 74, in the gym.
Yeah.
That's how...
And that's how I want to
That's how you live. Yeah, me too. Yeah,
like
that's... Geez, he's got 40 years, 30 years ahead of us, and he's, he's a super fit old bloke in that gym. And that's how, why can't we be... I bet he'd be fighting at 50, laughing at us having this conversation.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, I don't want to stop in that aspect, like as in... And more so, like being a man and, that having that whole fight thing that you hear all the time. It's like, for me, it was like to just give it a go, I want to be in that position where I have to dig deep, so... Yeah. So and to get through that, and I had that experience in my last fight. I didn't really have it in my first fight. Actually, I did. Lee cracked my rib in the first one, so I had to go 2 rounds. With
that's a bit rude, Lee.
Yeah, I know. It's like that wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
So, but yeah, no.
I heard he just got back from holidays.
He did.
Let's get him.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, so yeah, just getting that stuff out there and doing what you've dreamed to do, you know.
Yep.
And that was one of my things, is to get out there and give it a go, because I thought, yeah, why not?
Mate, I can see it in your eyes. Maybe you need one more.
Yeah, maybe.
But hey, when do you stop?
If you do that over 40s one, I'm pretty happy to do that one.
I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like Dave Turner, he's from House of Pain, boxing gym up in there's always someone to fight.
Yeah.
He said that to me, and this is he's a fighter. When you're 50, doesn't matter, there is always someone to fight. Like, I could see it in his eyes. Same with Gavin Todd. There'd always be, this thought, this nagging thing, one more gig. Yeah. Just give me one more gig, one more thing. I could do it. I feel like I want to. I had such a good time. Looking back, I think I'd change this. I'd do that. Yeah. I think it's a trap more than anything.
Yeah, I think it is too. Like, I think back on that last fight that you've seen, and I think, oh man, if I only just done this and did that, or hit that last punch like he said, and I would have walked away with a win. But it was like what we talked about. I think I learnt more from the loss than I would have from the win anyway. Yeah. But I was still good to win. How lucky
to even have that chance to say that, to do all that work.
And my boy asked me, what was it like, and how do you keep going when you're down and feel like you can't, and just that sort of stuff, being able to be in that position and to actually answer it from knowing what that feels like. So.
Yeah. So after that, I know you went pretty much across the road to 360 Gym.
Yeah, is that 360 Health? Yeah.
Yeah, 360 Health with Rob Quattro.
Yep. And Mark.
And tell us.
Yeah, so I just wanted to do something different, like to have a challenge in my life to something. I don't know. I joined boxing just to box, not to have a fight. But then I found out that, I'm a bit sore today, I won't go, I won't do this. So I needed to have the end goal. So for me, the end goal is very important. And so same with boxing. So I knew I was having a fight, so I turn up.
Right.
So then they said to me, you should compete in the Asia Pacific fitness model. And I was like, fitness model? There's no way I'm wearing a mankini. or a pair of Speedos. There's no way you get me out there.
I could just see his rack. I could just see the rack too. This one?
Yeah, let alone wearing 14 coats of spray tan and all the stuff that goes with that. And after seeing Rob, it's like, there's no way. But yeah, they talked me around into doing it, and it was a good challenge, because I was like, man, being the age, I'd like to get my abs back, And I always joke with him, I'll just buy them on eBay, stuff working for it.
And so this was about 12 months ago.
Yeah, this was, right. And I started training for it 12 months
ago.
And
Rob Quattro, who just won...
World Masters titles, yeah.
Yeah, so... which is a massive deal in Las Vegas, like the World Masters. Musclemania. So in his, in that bodybuilding industry, like he's the king. He's the king from the Gold Coast. So he just come off the back of that.
Yeah.
You walk into his gym, and what was it like? What was the first thing you do? What changed your mind?
Well, first thing, I had to change my eating style, how I eat. But I hadn't lifted weights other than boxing when we were out boxing, but I was like, I'm not a no model. I've just come from a fight literally within a week. Then I'm training to go into this after my fight. It was like within a week. So and then they just gave me meal plans, training with weight sessions, and just to see. And for me, it was a challenge to see what I could actually do to my body in the aspect of, we all want to look young.
Yeah.
As as fit as we can be, as long as we can. So, that's what I did. So,
isn't it funny? I find I gave up drinking only a week ago.
Yeah.
Right, but your words popped in my mind often, because I'm often sitting in front of the computer here editing these shows at night. The kids have gone to bed, blah blah blah. Yeah. But it became this habit of drinking 4 beers in front of the computer, and I already had one at dinner.
Yeah,
and. You telling me, I said, what's the secret to losing weight? You said a lot of things, but the more it's about the time that you eat this food.
Yeah.
So imagine me having 800 to 1,000 calories after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Yeah, just sitting.
Probably
there.
The worst thing.
That is the worst thing, and that is the biggest key to it, is what you eat when. And that's what I learnt from it, is I have never eaten so much in my whole life. So the more you eat is actually better for you, but